Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning. We have a great show lined up. We've got to pack a lot of stuff in today's show. We've got a guest. We've got a famous Friday fishing forecast. We're going to give some fish away, so all kind of stuff. So first, let's get our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Our rivers, first of all, let's take a look at our rivers. They're just still, everybody's asking about them. They're still high. We're looking at, on the Apalachicola at Bluntstown, it's 17.7, right at 8 foot. It's going to be that way on through tonight and into Saturday, maybe Sunday afternoon. We may get a little bit of falling Sunday. So Sunday, Monday's going to be some good catfishing. Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it's dropping. It's already started dropping last night. It's going to be a good strong drop this morning. It's going to be 13.2. So be aware of that. Our water temperature is 75 degrees, air temperature is 83, and low tonight is 75. Now let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We'll talk about what a good strong tide we've had all week long. It's going to continue on into the weekend. If you're looking on the TV there, we have the tide today is going to be a high tide. Actually going to be a low tide right at the middle of the day. Today's April the 24th, and then it's going to be high coming in about 120. So we got really good high tide at about 120, then going out in the afternoon. So it's going to be some really good tidal flow there. Marine forecast, south-southeast at about 10 knots. Okay, we want to be sure. I always like to do this on our. I think everything's okay. All right, we'd like to do on Friday. We'd like to go ahead and do our fishing game times early. Make sure we get them in. Brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty. Mark's number is 832-6000. He can do condos, he can do houses, he can do lands, he can do anything. So give Mark a call. We're looking at our times today from 5:42 to 7:42 this morning, and then this evening from 6:07 to 8:07. That's our two good times. All right, let's take our break. We'll be right back with our guest. All right, welcome back to a familiar face on Panhandle Outdoors, Mark Cowart.
Coach, good morning.
Glad to have you. Sort of coming in last minute. We talked last night about coming on, and you were ready. So,
well, Coach, I'm ready to do whatever you need.
I appreciate this because we really want to talk about the big show coming up this weekend. But first, let's get some of this other stuff taken care of. We're going to talk a lot about fishing this morning. First of all, let's look at some pictures now that have been sent on during the week. And this is Tammy Schumann-Zachary sent this picture here of Evan and his buddies. And that's a good picture, isn't it, Mark? A nice picture there. So I'm going to go on into the next picture. Victor Hasco went fishing out in red fishing in Louisiana. He said he knew better because the weather was bad, but the doggone fishing was good. And he said he had, look at that good luck shirt that he wore, the Panhandle Outdoor shirt. He said that's why he caught all those fish there. So good job, Victor. Great picture. Okay, now Ryan Huggins and Jacob Hayden got their two cobia recently. And I'm going to skip through this next one. And let's see, this is, I got Ryan Huggins, okay, William Ribbing on a bass. Good job, Mr. Ribbing, okay. And that's going to, all right, let's see, I got a couple more too. This is one of our regular viewers up there in Chipley, Wesley Bell, fishing off the pier. That is a hoss right there. And okay, and also this is sent to us from Sea Quarters Marina, Kim. They've got their limit. This is a boat, the Renegade Charters. They got their limit of cobia. I'm sorry, of grouper. Grouper fishing is open up there, and that is a huge load of right there. So okay, so we got those pictures that way. Just shows fishing is good all over.
It is. Fishing's great.
And it's been amazing. Now I want to real quick. Let's go ahead and talk about y'all's trip out to Louisiana. You and Michael.
Michael and I went and fished the Emerald Coast Pro Series, Emerald Coast Redfish Pro Series in Delacroix, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Michael and I had not gone to Louisiana to fish, so that was our first trip. It was, to say remarkable is an understatement. If you haven't gone to fish the marches of Louisiana, you need to do it. You're missing something. It's special.
Yeah.
It's special.
I hear that over and over about Louisiana. I've been one time and filming a show out there. They're just all over the place.
You know, in the redfish there, they're just bigger redfish. You know, you'll catch a 26-inch fish that can weigh 9 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're like footballs.
Yeah, they're chubby.
Yeah, it's something. And there's so many. I think that they're competitive feeders, where here you'll have 10 in maybe a stretch of 150 yards. There you'll have 10 in 100 feet.
That's a good point too, and they got so much area to move around in.
They do. It's full of bait. It's full of crabs. Full of crawfish. I mean, it's a different place.
Have y'all scouted the area out any? Or?
We went over early Thursday morning. Fished Thursday. Weather wasn't very good, but we got acclimated. Friday, we fished a spot that we had been given a heads up on, and that area had been good. Kevin Ford from Louisiana, lives in Baton Rouge. He's got a sports outdoor show there. Had given us a general area where to fish, and Hunter Ray, the official Emerald Coast Redfish Tour guide in Choctawhatchee, had given us an idea. It was one of our competitors, really helping us out, and that shows you the quality of the people.
Yeah, Hunter's a good guy.
He is.
Yes.
So, but the fishing was remarkable.
Okay, let's look at some of these pictures now. Tell us about them.
Well, that's pre-fishing. That fish was just over 27 inches and weighed almost 9.5 pounds.
That is huge for that size fish.
And here's another one that's a little smaller fish. Those were all pre-fishing, and we caught those fish pre-fishing. We found an area, we kind of drifted up on it, and we, in about 4 casts, had 2 fish, and then 15 casts had 8 fish, and we left it. We knew it was good, so I said, let's go find someplace else.
And that's a good fishing tip, too. You talk to all these tournament fishermen, and they'll tell you that what you just did is smart.
Yeah, you can't catch them. You got to leave them.
All right, this next picture?
That's just a smaller redfish Michael had caught just in pre-fishing. All that was taken pretty quick. That's a pre-fish. That was a perfect fish. That fish was 26.5 inches, almost 9 pounds. You can see how heavy they are by their stomach around your hands.
Oh, man, nice.
And that's another one. That was about a 25-inch fish that weighed 7 pounds.
Beautiful color.
Oh, my gosh, gorgeous.
Wonderful.
That's just another picture.
Okay.
And then on tournament day, the weather was a little iffy. It was overcast. It was a little bit different. This fish here that you're looking at, that was one of our keeper fish. You can see that's a stud.
Yes.
And we caught our first keeper early. He was right at just under 27 inches and weighed about 7.5 pounds.
Man, when you caught that, when you thought you were in really good shape.
We knew it.
I mean, that right there,
we knew it.
That's a perfect fish.
We knew it, but I had told Michael that after our pre-fishing, we knew that it would take at least 15 pounds to even sniff first place. And we got our 15. Now, this fish here is a great story. The day of the pre-fishing, we see this fish. I thought it was a log or a stump, but I saw that white belly on him, and Michael goes, "Dad, there's got to be a big redfish." I said, "Man, that's a piece of junk after the hurricane still in the water." Tournament day, Michael flips out to him, hooks him up. That fish was just over 36 inches and was over 20 pounds.
Goodness gracious. I guess he thought he had a submarine.
Yeah, it looked like it. That's us at weigh in there. You know, Ken Cuban, Mike Pettis, they're the guys, the tournament directors and the president of the Emerald Coast Redfish Pro Series. You know, when Fred was on a couple of weeks ago, Winston, he mentioned that how the Emerald Coast had kind of evolved from a club format to more of a Pro Series format. And the reason it is because there has been such a huge demand for bass fishing, tournament fishing everywhere. There's a bass tournament somewhere every weekend. Red fishing is a little different, but the red fishing is growing. And so it needed a place that the guys who are tournament fishing, like Fred, when he's not away in IFA or an HT Tour, he's got a tournament to fish. And so, you know, we'll have 18 to 20 boats. Some tournaments, weather's poor, 15, sometimes 25 or 30. And the money's gotten much better. The entry fee's very small. It's 80 or 85 bucks to enter. I mean, that's really reasonable.
That's good.
You know, and you got a chance to win $400, $500, $600. That's a good thing. Now that's these fish are showing here. That was our tournament fish. That's what we weighed in. You can see just studs.
Yeah, and you know that would win a lot of situations.
Oh, it would have won every tournament here except one last year.
Yeah.
That was a little over 15 pounds.
When I saw your weight on it, I said that would have won here.
Oh yeah, it would have won most everywhere. And some weeks it would win over there. But we finished fourth. We were really proud of that, especially against some of their pros fished in this. You know, there were guys. Matter of fact, the HT Tour had a tournament in Biloxi or Gulfport. Those guys ran across the Gulf to fish where we were fishing.
No kidding.
In Delacroix, yeah.
That tells you something.
That says a lot.
That's true. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Sitting here with Mark Cowell. We're talking about that exciting tournament they just had. We got some more exciting things coming up too. But talking about exciting now, you want to see a good show, watch Sunday morning on Cast and Call. They're going to have this show. I saw it last night. They put it together on the turkey hunt that Ashley, 14-year-old Ashley, went. First time she ever pulled a trigger at a turkey. First time she ever been turkey hunting and got that really nice one. That
was a big turkey.
That gobbler's in second place. And with all these great hunters around the Panhandle, little girl who's never hunted is in second place. But it's a great video. I mean, they do a good job with the video. So watch Sunday morning at 6:30 for Cast and Call. Let me read this email real quick. Good day, Mr. Chester. Just retired to Defuniak Springs. That's a nice place to retire.
That's a great place.
Last year, my wife Gail and I watch your show every morning. We learn something every day. We have always fished the bays for trout and reds. We do okay, considering we moved from dry New Mexico. So you came to a good place from New Mexico. Yeah. We became interested in pompano fishing after we watched a recent show with you fishing. We fished shrimp and fish bites. We had a good day on April 22nd, right down on the Bar Beach, catching several in the 18-inch range, all on fish bites.
Perfect eating fish.
That is a perfect one. Thanks for getting our day off to a good start, Larry and Gail Molka.
That's great.
Wonderful email, and thank you all for watching the show. I'm so glad you're getting into fishing. Pompano fishing is a lot of fun. And the biggest problem you're going to have here in the Panhandle, trying to decide what kind of fishing you're going to do. You're going to be red fishing, trout fishing, pompano fishing, grouper fishing.
A lot of choices.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now look, this tomorrow was actually starting today on Friday, starting the big legendary marine, big sporting goods.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about that because we're going to both be there.
Right.
And so tell us, they've really gone a lot of trouble, a lot of work.
Yeah, this is a big event. For this market, may be the biggest boat show ever here. And they are bringing in all types of boats, flats boats, bay boats, offshore boats. You can come and see any boat you want to see. Great manufacturers, Sea Hunt, Skeeter, Everglades, Hurricane deck boats. I mean, they're all out there. Scouts, which is a great boat like Bill's boat. What they're doing is they're setting up have a monster tent. Some boats will be in the tent, some boats will be out. It's beautiful out there. It's in right to the west side of Dick's. Dick's has helped sponsoring the event. It was very difficult actually to have them to get all this approved because it's a big event. Mm-hmm. It's really a big event. So what they're doing is that you can come out, look at boats. There's going to be a lot of activities, things for the kids. We're going to set up a casting tournament for the kids, things like that. Just bring your kids out. Parents can be looking at the boat. Kids will be entertained. Mm-hmm. But on Saturday, it's going to start tomorrow about noon. It'll run to about 6. And then Saturday from in the morning to about 10 till 6. Coach Chester Winston will be out, and he'll have his booth. He'll have his stuff set up. I'm excited. He's going to do a book signing. Bring your books out. I'm going to tell you guys, the stories that you can hear from Coach Chester about the history of this community is remarkable. Coach Chester, then and he'll do his book signing, and he'll get up and he'll do a question and answer session. Talk about the history, talk about fishing, talk about his show. Then Michael and I, 2 o'clock tomorrow, will do an introduction to inshore fishing seminar. Mm-hmm. Now, we decided to do this seminar based on one of your viewers who said that they're looking to attend seminars, but they needed more of an introduction. Mm-hmm. Our typical seminar is a more in-depth for the people who are currently red fishing, trout fishing, inshore fishing. We're going to do this program based on a person who's new to it. And we'll have varying different pieces of equipment, from a very relatively inexpensive rod and reel set up to $1,000 rod and reel. And explain the benefits, explain what to buy, how to fish it, where to go, what to look for, what to start with. If you're hadn't gone, we can refer you to guides. If you are looking for a boat, we'll help you find the right boat. Mm-hmm. But this seminar is really based on an individual who is new to inshore fishing, like this couple that wrote that email.
Right, yeah.
All right, now on Sunday, Same type of events. You can come out, everything will be going on, and then at 1 o'clock on Sunday, Michael and I are going to do our inshore fishing tips and techniques seminar, which you've seen a couple of times. Very popular. The last 2 times we did it was standing room only, and it is inside the tent, so it's covered. You can come. If it rained, it doesn't matter. Everybody, there will be hourly giveaways, and there'll be rod and reels given away. There'll be T-shirts given away. There'll be tackle given away. You have to be there. You got to fill out your little thing, put it in the thing. It'll be a drawing every hour, every day.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is that after the seminars, we'll go into Dick's, and the people can come in if they need help selecting stuff. We'll tell them what to get. If they have another tackle store that's their favorite tackle store, we'll say, be looking for this, because everybody has where they want to shop.
Right. That's all exciting. I'm excited about going out there. I'm going to get there early, about 10 o'clock. We're going to have caps. People always ask me about shirts, and we don't have many words. We're going to bring caps out there, shirts, all kind of stuff, give away decals. I'm going to have you can register for a free book. Hopefully one of my viewers will win a free book.
Great.
So just all kind of neat stuff. And now I'll be talking around 12, and y'all going to follow about 1.
Yeah, we'll probably tomorrow. On Saturday, we'll start. Yeah, tomorrow we'll start just about when Coach Chester's through. It'll probably be closer to 2, because I know the number of people that are going to be here, they're going to keep Coach Chester running over. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just such information, so entertaining.
My wife says I can talk a lot when I get started, so
well, I'm planning on it.
I've got some of my kinfolk way down the line. I've had some Pentecostal preachers, so you know how those are.
That
all right,
great.
All right, let's get ready for our drawing. I'm going to add 2 new names: Terry Sidney, you can register anytime, and Sandy Sidney. You're in here, and I want to let Mark draw for Tarpon Seafood. Okay, we're going to draw first, of course, for the $20 gift certificate. All right, Mark, get your name.
Here we go. There we go, right here.
Okay.
Mary Cruz from Westville.
From Westville, Mary Cruz. They won last year.
She's smart. She keeps sending stuff in.
I know it. That's smart. Okay, the Big Red Snapper. Hope some of those folks up there in that neck of the woods win some more. I'll get some.
Ernie Ragdio out of Southport. There you go, Ernie.
That's my neighbor up there, folks. He wins almost every year.
I pulled that. He did.
Okay, yeah. Ernie's got his whole family in it. That's what you got to do. I don't know if he's got a dog in it or not. But, okay. All right, look, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast. Hi, welcome to the famous Friday fishing forecast, brought to us by Tarpon Seafood, and we got a lot to pack in here, so let's get started on the eastern end of our viewing area down at Sea Quarters Marina. You saw the picture earlier, and those guys are really catching a lot of grouper down there. That's some good size, good mess of grouper. So grouper fishing, red hot, get down there to Sea Quarters Marina. Check out some captains down there. They can take you out, or they can show you, tell you where to go. They'll show you on the map where to go, and it's really good, and some good fishing going on right now outside the pass for Spanish mackerel. Moving over toward Apalachicola Bay. Apalachicola Bay, you know, of course, with all the rain we've had, is a little on the muddy side, sort of push the fish up in pockets, so you're going to get out and search for them, but I haven't heard a lot of good reports this week from Apalachicola Bay. It's going over to St. Joe Bay. The trout, of course, it does not get the rainy runoff from any river system going into it, so it's still been a little milky color, a little cloudy, but this trout bite is still improving around Black's Island, and also off on the Cape itself. The pompano fishing continues to be really good when you get if the wind is not too strong. If we got a strong wind over 15, it's pretty tough over there. Up to Mexico Beach, Mitch Coleman is doing a really good job. His boat is in first place now in the Cobia tournament at Ling Ding Festival. So if you get a chance, go check out. I got one more weekend of that after this weekend. So the Spanish are doing real well off Mexico Beach, according to Captain Mitch Coleman of Florida Days Adventures. Crooked Island, some good, really good pompano fishing has been coming off Crooked Island. Let's get into the St. Andrew Bay system, and since we got Mark here, and he's been fishing pretty steady lately, let's go ahead and talk about St. Andrew Bay system.
Well, St. Andrews Bay, Bill Allen and I went out the other day, and we decided to fish up outside the steam plant, but really west of that, outside Mare Farms, and fish those grass flats. We stayed to the east side of Burnt Mill where it comes in. But topwater fishing, topwater's great up there right now, especially with all this rain. You got all the nutrients and everything coming out of Burnt Mill. So you got a lot of bait fish stacked up in there. crabber, everything feeds when it rains like that. So the fish are in there feeding on them. But topwater baits, but you just can't work the bank. You got to work all the water. You got to be casting in, casting in front of you, casting out. You just work it all because those fish, they're out there feeding. They're not sitting in the grass feeding. They're everywhere.
Well, that's a great fishing tip right there. I make a point of that, make sure that we're fishing all over the place.
Right.
Okay, so that's a good fishing tip there. Let's go on over there. Let's move on down to the pass there. And again, the Spanish been doing really well. They're catching them off Deepwater Point here, and also trolling like we talked about last week. So I won't spend a lot of time talking about Spanish fishing there. The pier report, talked to Kerry yesterday. He said the pier, they've had this run of really big king mackerel. They just can't get over all the king mackerel they've caught over.
Big kings.
Really big kings. So he said they sort of moved out a little bit, but they're still catching some nice Spanish. Now, if you're going to fish it, okay, Choctawhatchee Bay.
I got a report on that.
Okay, let's tell us real quick.
Hunter Ray, Florida Boy Ventures over there, who fishes primarily out of Hogtown, they've been catching a lot of redfish. They've been catching them up in Horseshoe Bayou. They're throwing all different baits. They've got a lot of color in that water. Mm-hmm. So they were fishing on the south side, trying to stay as away from the stained water as they can. You got the Choctawhatchee running in. Austin from Santa Rosa charters, same thing. Good fish. All winter long, they caught big schooling fish, even up until recently off the birds out in the bay. Just they see birds diving, they're out there just eating those jig heads with big swim baits on it.
No kidding.
Killing it.
Yeah. That's good to get a report from Hunter Ray. We've been talking 3 years. He's been planning to come on the show, and something comes up or something. I have something planned, but he's going to get on the show pretty soon.
Great guy, super fisherman.
He is
help
good.
You call him. He'll tell you where to go.
And he's been real busy lately, though. But that's a good point. Choctawhatchee Bay has been very productive lately.
Absolutely, it's a great. You know, it's a different fishery than ours. It's like a different world.
And you saw where some rookie fishermen caught some pompano in the Bar Beach. So South Walton is an excellent place for fishing for pompano. One of my first places I ever caught fish off of the Bar Pier.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. That's a really good place to fish. And getting crowded now, but you get there early and you'll get them. Mark, we got to wrap it up, buddy.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much, Coach. We'll see you in the morning.
Hey, tomorrow's show now we're going to be working. It's going to go on for a while.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's going to probably run close to 10 days. It'll run through the following weekend. Y'all come out.
Okay. As always, thank y'all so much for watching our show. We appreciate your viewership. You have a great weekend. Do something good for someone else, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.